turn the mic on. Hello, welcome back to Project Gaia, where I play through all of Final Fantasy VII compilation that I can. We discuss, we talk, we figure out what the heck's going on here, make connections, all that kind of fun stuff. Probably gonna get right to it. Not too much has changed in the world since the last time I was here. It's like, wow, she's like so many more streams this week. I did fix the lights, maybe. I'm still not super happy with it, but not sure what else I can do. Lighting is not something I'm good at. But yeah, I mean, it's been another day at home. At least it's nice out. I have the window open behind me, so there's some fresh air in here. Hopefully, the neighbors will not drive me nuts. But we're gonna get right into it. So let's pop over to this. Oh, hey, that did interesting things. I know why it did interesting things. I am 100% responsible for interesting things. There. Interesting things would happen because I made the screen I made the PSP just a scooch bigger on the second screen so that I could see a little bit better what was going on. Okay, so let's budge this up where I want it, and don't worry, there's sound. I muted the sound so it wouldn't drive me nuts. So let's load the game and grab our trusty book so we don't miss anything. So this is the first. Zach is overworked, and as I put on my thing, as I push everything back here, Zach is overworked and underpaid. And a lot of people keep dumping on him because of his overworkedness and underpaidedness. I think I think that's the only one we have, actually. I don't think I've done any stagger saves yet. All right, so we're ready to go on this mission with a very young Song of the Turks. The ponytail thing, actually, like, why he stopped wearing the ponytail I think that kind of gets explained in Before Crisis. I highly encourage you, if you are at all interested, to just go to the Final Fantasy wiki and just read the plot summary. It's a very, very good, very exhaustive plot summary, and it'll give you pretty much everything you need to know. Yes, I'm ready. Very good, then. Song, as we all know, is kind of a no-nonsense kind of guy, and
ready to go?
Does what he's got to do.
A routine job, right? No sweat.
I wonder. Originally, Sephiroth was assigned to this mission. That means it's a top priority matter. Be alert, or you'll fail.
And Sephiroth?
Refusing to go, apparently.
Oh, what is that? They spoil him too much.
Why don't you say that to his face?
Yeah, please,
no
say that to it. Yes, please, say that to his face, you wonderful puppy dog, and get your face, like, sliced off for your pains. So, we get our first new location, Benora Village, which apparently has these crazy apple trees that grow in arcs. Not sure how that works. And the apples are blue. These are the Benora white trees. The tree, I think, is generous here. They're dumb. Yes, they are. They're so dumb they don't know how to grow. Hi, Dara. How are ya? You have it from a reliable source. Wait, we're in Benora? Like, how do you not know where you're going on a mission? Like, I love Zach, but he's highly competent, but he's also sometimes highly clueless. Like, I'm sorry. the military's not going to send you on a mission and you don't know where you're going. Or I don't know, maybe I have no disclaimer, I have no military experience, so maybe they do send people on missions where they don't know precisely where they are, but yes, you're in Angeal's hometown. Genesis and Angeal have known each other for a long time. And the plot thickens, because they've also both, as we remember, have deserted Soldier. And it's Genesis copies. Let's kick some butt.
Activating combat mode.
Remember which button we need to push.
Modulating phase.
I got completely bodied last night. I spent getting completely bodied by the Hell House. No, do not summon now.
Power surge.
Do not want summons for these spooks.
Here we go! Go, go, go!
No, Dara, I'm not on hard.
Yeah!
On Final Fantasy VII Remake, yes, I got bodied by the Hell House on hard last night. It was pretty ugly. These guys, I saw them in Wutai too, so they are here. But yeah, this game also has a hard or normal choice. I put it on normal. When Genesis deserted, he took a larger. How? Like, I love Escape. How? Like, the President's orders are to retrieve or destroy these weapons immediately upon discovery. Yes. I get to the mechs, and then the mechs, and then Aerith gets bodied, and that's where it usually all goes south. I'm fine getting to the mechs, but then when the mechs show up, it all just goes to hell in a handbasket. Alright, leave it to me. Alright. The path of the orchard is crawling with guardhounds and assassins, but neither pose much threat. The same cannot be said for the guard spider, so the precursor of the get lucky and kill the house before the mechs show up. Yeah, that's kind of what RNG is not being kind to me in that game. Turn this down. Again, another, banging track, courtesy of Square Enix. Let's kick some butt and take some names.
Activating combat mode.
I messed around with the Chapter 17 simulator last night. I got all the books out of it, and oh hi Rex, how are you?
Here we go! Go, go, go! Oh yeah!
Boom, baby.
Conflict resolved.
So I also got bodied by Hellhound last night. So it was kind of a night. We're still in break mode, that's good. Hi, bye.
Conflict resolved.
Why are people sending me mail? It's like real life. How is the place? Shinra people there. Processing of apples. Subsidies from Shinra. Thanks, Rex. Now I know you dunked on the house twice in a week. As soon as I figure it out, I'll be able to dunk on it, I'm sure. You're gonna... Dude, Console, don't look into... This is Shinra. Don't look into stuff that doesn't concern you. Like, seriously? That's a bad idea. Also, stop sending me mail. Oh yeah, no, I know. Guard Spider. So, before we take on the Guard Spider... let's make sure... Let's take this out and put this in. Oh, I have a level 2? Sweet. Because it's a mech. Is there an aspect of the fight you're having a hard time with? I think I just need practice. Like I said, I get to the mechs and then just get wrecked. Sorry, Rex. If Rex will pardon me for using the expression, I get wrecked. Yeah, it really is. Although, I mean, I had a heck of a time with Airbuster. Wait, you could... Oh, that's right, you could poison the house! I was not poisoning the house! This is where Rex laughed at me because him and I had this whole discussion about, yes, this is where you get to dunk on me. I know you pointed that out. I am really bad at this. Lady, please. Yeah, Lady was... I was really tired last night. Yes, we're going to... I want... So apparently soldiers, by the way, hang out in the Matrix because they can dodge bullets. Back to what we're seeing on the screen here, which is... So this is the guard Spider, which is, I assume, the precursor to the guard Scorpion. The president won't... Don't worry about disappointing the president. He's kind of a jerk.
Activating combat mode.
Wrong one. Probably should have put Thunder in the first slot. And I would love to luck into... Oh, yes. So now, the limit break you get with Sung... Yeah, I got to the bots without bio. I don't remember. I haven't played this game in forever.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yes, Zach, you're very trying. I'm totally going to use dad jokes, yes. Alright, except that I'm still on stop. There we go. Oh, hey, MP... Yeah, I got to the max several times without bio.
A Genesis copy.
And Sung just kind of like rolls up.
Where
like...
did you hear that?
Wu-Tai. Sung, you're not supposed to know
Sephiroth
that.
The technology was stolen from our scientists.
Huh?
I think I'm a clone now.
It apparently allows Genesis's abilities and traits to be transplanted to soldier members and monsters.
Zach's like, this is so over my
Soldier
head.
and monsters, we're the same?
Well... A little bit? Maybe? Kind of? Alright. We're gonna save since we just beat a boss. The overdramatic... I wonder if it's overdramatic pauses in dubbing or if it's... Something I always wonder, and this is something I even wonder from anime, is they're not going to reanimate the mouth stuff, the mouth flaps, the part. So is it overly dramatic or is it you have to match what you see on the screen? Alright. Internal issues like these must be dealt with before the public finds out. Yeah, I always wonder, because I know, like, seeing video of, like, anime dub voice actors at work, that's always playing the scene that they're doing, and I always assumed that that was so they could match, yeah, the Japanese, yeah. So, Sung has been a company man from way, way back. Sung has no problems with any of this stuff and has never had any problems with any of this stuff. And, you know, so Sung being super cool during that one scene about dropping a plate on Midgar, even when Rude and Reno, or even Rude, is just kind of like, you know what? And Sung's like, nope, that's what the company says, that's what we're gonna go with. Still no sign of townspeople. need to find glowy spots. Let's check the houses. Let's go nose around in people's business, because that's what Shinra's best at.
This is Genesis's home. His parents are wealthy landowners.
But I never stole from that tree, because the wealthy man's son.
Zach is just gonna get a heaping helping of reality over the next couple of hours. Poor
They
guy.
weren't mere acquaintances. They grew up together and were best friends.
So Genesis deserts and gets his best friend Angeal to join him. Is that it?
Sephiroth believes that's the case. There. A gravestone, still very new. Zack, go find Angeal's house. I'll check the grave.
I'll do the wet work.
Yeah.
Oh, the Turks are
The Turks always do this
absolutely
stuff.
should not have gone along with
Someone
that
has to
decision.
do it.
Must be rough.
Don't worry. We're paid much better than you are.
Zach is overworked
way.
and underpaid. Oh no, the Turks do. I mean, that's their job. The Turks are Black Ops, basically. Yeah, for lack of a better term, the Turks are Shinra's Black
Activating
Ops unit.
combat mode.
Oops. I just want to beat the snot out of you.
Conflict resolved.
Alright, let's... So, like, I guess Soldier would be like SEAL Team 6, and the Turks are like the CIA, NSA. The soldiers are like, we're the, you know, the special ops guys that do all the cool missions and everybody knows about, but then, like, we all know the Turks do Black Ops, but nobody talks about what the Turks do because it's Black Ops. Check each house. Okay. The robot lady that needs to tell you when you're in a fight is just the game's AI.
Activating combat mode.
I think because it's a portable and they figured you might not be 100% paying attention when you're playing. That's all I can figure out. Zach, please. Hit the dude. With the hit dude with sword, thank you.
Conflict resolved.
Is that it wanted to give you an audio cue when you got into combat. Check the link spots. There are 6 homes, and Angeal's is the one at the southern edge of the map to the left of the save point. Most of the homes are empty. What? Okay. I need to check out these various glowing spots all over the map. Because there's a timed section at the end of this, and every spot you check is something you can pick up during, if you have time during the timed section.
Conflict resolved.
So, but yeah, I think it's just because this is a portable game. Like, I can see
Activating combat mode.
sitting like on the bus or, you know, on the train or something and playing this and only half paying attention.
Conflict resolved.
Okay, it's this to
Activating
the left of
combat
the
mode.
so that's it. The Angeal's house is over there. Grinding. Potion obtained.
Conflict resolved.
Okay.
Activating combat mode.
Can't go that way.
Conflict resolved.
I do like that the game kind of Keep out. Okay, yeah. Game says you can't. Game says you can't
Activating
go
combat
there.
mode.
Bring it on!
Oh, hi. Aren't you cute? Running out of MP.
Conflict resolved.
Let's check out the houses before we get our butts completely handed to us. Animation's so fluid. I mean, it's the PSP.
Activating combat mode.
I shouldn't dunk on the animation. God, I bought Somas, right? I bought Remedies, right? Get back here.
Conflict resolved.
So yeah, he items. Yeah, I did. Left of the save point. I think it's this one. House. It's the one you can actually go in that has zone information.
Can I help you?
So now we're gonna get some plot.
Greetings, ma'am.
Hi, I'm completely.
Are you Angeal's mother? My name is Zach.
Are you Zach, the puppy?
Poor Zach.
Excuse me?
Zach just gets dunked on this whole game.
My son wrote to me once about you. 0 attention span, restless as a little puppy.
Oh, thanks, Angel.
Doesn't work as well when I've got the cat ears on.
You're not here together with Genesis, are you?
No, I'm not. Don't worry.
What is happening with my son?
I
I'm
wish
not
I
really
knew.
Sure.
Genesis came back here a month ago with an army of cohorts. And they proceeded to take the lives of many townspeople.
Oops.
Genesis, he used to be such a good boy.
Is Angel...
He came here. But he left his sword and went off somewhere.
So, if anybody ever wondered, this is kind of how Zack ends up with the Buster Sword.
That sword represents our family's honor.
I see. No wonder. He never uses this sword. Really, ever. I'll take care of Angel. You should go and hide somewhere.
Don't be concerned. Genesis cannot harm me.
There is a lot to going on here. It is so far over his head. All right. Exit Angeal's house and defeat the AG assassins and smash the path. All right. We leave. Zack is very much in the land of confusion. He is trying to put together a puzzle, and he has like maybe 1/100th of the pieces. Genesis, yes. Angel, where did you go? What? Can't you see this is the land of confusion? You know, when I was younger, I could sing.
Activating combat mode.
I don't know why he just walked around to fight the farthest away one that he possibly could. But he did.
Got him!
sometimes the spot machine spins and you get squat.
Conflict
But
resolved.
I have potions. I also used to know large hunks of Land of Confusion off the top of my head. There's a factory on the outskirts of town. I saw a Genesis copy go inside. Cool. That's their headquarters? Most likely. Currently on a cliff overlooking the factory. A frontal attack is inadvisable. Will go in from above. I mean, he's not wrong. Come to the cliff top immediately. Back in, 2007. When did the iPhone... Rex, when did the iPhone come out? Because you're the one that would know this. In 2007, when this game was made, obviously a lot of people were still using flip phones. 06 or 07, so right about when this game came out. So it wouldn't have been a big thing yet.
Conflict resolved.
Oh, I wanted to use a potion.
Activating combat mode.
Oh my gosh. Please. Internet says July 2007, so this game had probably gone gold by that time. Okay, we're gonna take the MP Cog 0. Pellet Gunner.
Conflict resolved.
So a boss from the original game is now just a run-of-the-mill enemy. Now's not the time to look and peek and look at stuff.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Okay, that was kind of awesome. Okay, this is the frontal assault. We aren't supposed to go that way. We're supposed to go up this way. So I looked at that. Open the chest. Because this is a JRPG and that's what we do. And then we check our mail. Lazard is... So this is actually foreshadowing for the rest of this chapter. As upon receiving a report about an unspeakably tragic incident, parental bonds. Yeah, I know, right? It's like we're also trained to pick up everything. Focus on risk prevention in the future. Spoken like a true
Activating combat mode.
corporate drone. So I think this is why I don't mind the new action RPG
Conflict resolved.
setting, like, for FF7, is because I played that bejeebers out of this game. I should go and look on my PSP. Ooh, MP up. If I ever want to spec Zack as a caster, I can. Alright.
Activating combat mode.
Yeah, and I really shouldn't pick. I don't need, like... I don't even have room for potions in my inventory anymore. Will you stop hitting me?
Modulating phase. Conflict resolved.
So I think Sung is... Yep, I think that's him up there. It is a very fun combat system. Alright, where is the one spot I can stand to talk to Sung?
Genesis's parents were in that grave.
Ooh!
Wait, his own family?
We can't expect reason from him. What about Angeal?
He wasn't at the house. But please, give me time. If I find Angeal, I can talk to him. If I can convince Angeal, maybe
Poor
Genesis will
Zack.
come back
Zack
too.
wants this so, so bad.
I understand now why Sephiroth chose you.
Huh?
Genesis and Angeal. Those two were Sephiroth's only friends.
He had
didn't want to
friends?
fight them. That's why he refused the mission.
Like I
Well,
said, not
Angel is my friend too.
a terrible
He's
person.
counting on you.
In
bring
the
them
fact that I
both
don't want to
back.
fight my friends. Like,
Time is short.
yeah, it is
Let's
much
go.
light years ahead of 15. I've been watching someone stream a little bit of 15. So, subtlety, not Zach's strong point. It's a good thing we're not actually going for stealth. Infiltration. Dude, you jumped through the glass. Like, infiltration would indicate that maybe you hadn't attacked, gotten a whole lot of attention. Song with his hand cannon.
Activating combat mode.
I just really wanted to be like the Shinra version of Lara Croft's Desert Eagles. So, like, sometimes the game will force.
Here we go! Go, go,
Yep,
go!
that is the best kind of stealth mission. That does the kind that doesn't really require stealth at all.
Conflict resolved.
There's only one way to go. Keep an eye out for enemies. Even though I've got this, like, massive, like, you know, pistol that I should be able to deal with enemies with. Okay, I think this is a JRPG, so whichever way you're supposed to go, you go the opposite way to find a thing. $500 gil is good. I'm having a hard time, even more so than the buttons, getting used to, unless the stealth mechanics are, yeah. Like, there's a stealth mission in Dirge of Cerberus, and the stealth mechanic, and it's not even the stealth mechanics aren't great, you're playing as Kate Seth. So you're playing as a hyperactive Scottish accent cat, trying to stealth your way through something, and it's crazy.
Combat mode.
Really? Let's get the little dudes.
Modulating phase.
Come on, airstrike.
Power surge.
Level up. Yay! Oh, we needed that so bad.
Here we go! Go, go, go!
That's a good way to look at it, Dara, is if you haven't finished their puzzles. Oh my gosh. Alright, fine! I will beat the ever-loving snot out of you. With my pointy stick. Oh, there's a whole bunch of you, that's why. Where am I getting my butt kicked? Because there's like a bunch of dudes hanging out off screen. Ish.
Modulating phase.
I can't stab a jigsaw puzzle to completion. No, but when you're doing it on the computer, you can definitely brute force it. Oh, sweet, more hit points. Because I've been doing a lot of that, where it's just this lump goes around, here's a click, okay, the lump goes there, and now we're good.
Conflict resolved.
I can totally, when I'm doing it on the computer, I can totally game the system. Zach is not smart enough to figure out where he's going. Sung has to tell him where he needs to go every step of the way. That being said, I see a box.
Activating combat mode.
Yeah! Yeah! Got him!
Conflict
supposed to work. I'm supposed to whack them both at the same time with my pointy stick. Ooh, elixir. We'll hold on to that.
Activating combat mode.
It's a little bit harder in these big open spaces
Conflict resolved.
to know where the trigger points are. When you're doing some of the missions with hallways and whatnot, it's ungodly easy to figure out where you're not supposed to walk. That being said, I'm pretty sure if I circle the perimeter of the room looking for stuff, I'm fine. I think that's the only... There. Okay. A box! What's in the box? A remedy! Good, 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 good. Again, product of the time, they're still using CRT monitors and tower computers. I love that's the updated aesthetic where, you know, Reeve has a 2 LCD setup on his desk, and they're all using iPhones, and you can totally tell that they updated the tech. Which also makes me go, you know, again with the multiple timelines thing, you know, now in this timeline, that is a big frickin' CRT, by the way. That is like gamer grade size CRT right there. Check the second floor, Genesis may be there. Yeah, I mean, dude. I mean, think about how big tower computers were. You don't really think there are multiple, you don't think it's multiple timelines? Save your progress in the save point. There's a save point? Oh, right there. I don't want him to Nomura FF7 too much, yes. But I do like the updated aesthetic of flat screen monitors
Infinite
and
in
iPhones.
mystery is the gift of the
Now we get to
goddess.
our Genesis. This is our
We
first
seek it thus and take to the sky.
meeting with Genesis,
Ripples
Gakdaroth,
form on
as
the water's surface.
we call him.
The wandering soul knows no rest. Settle down.
Puppy.
Zack, the puppy.
Poor Zack. That's actually a good way to put it. You saw what Fate had to store in the original
The
game in the
grave at the
beginning of the
house.
remake. Yeah.
We found the remains of our people there as well.
It didn't take much to have them send false reports. Just some mild threats.
They would have done that anyway. At least your parents would have.
Yeah, Dara, I agree with you. She watched
My
the entire
parents
of the original game, and now
betrayed
she's
me.
trying to
They
change
had always
Fate.
betrayed me from the very beginning.
I totally could buy that. Yeah,
What do you know?
I know lots of things. Ooh. Yes, Doctor Strange in Endgame. There are 14 million something 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 outcomes. And how many of them do we
Welcome,
win?
partner.
3.
I see. You finally made your decision. I'll respect your wishes, old friend. However,
Overly dramatic goth wannabe is overly dramatic.
can you really live on that side?
Also,
Angel!
Angios has some heckin' mutton chops there. Poor Zack. Zack is having a day. Zack is having several days. Zack has a lot of day. I assume that this is strung out, that there are other not day with a capital D's happening, but right now, Zack is having a very rough time of it. Okay, that's the closet. That's the save point. That's the giant CRT of doom. This is the direction that I want to go. Ah. I missed the mobile camera. Let's drive by map. Great. Super not helpful game. Okay. Where'd they go? Oh, goody. Nice puppy. Good puppy. Dang. Like I said, hand cannon. Sung confirmed. Crack shot. All evidence of misconduct must be erased. Company rules. Like I said, Sung... I wish in Advent Children we'd gotten more, like, post-game Sung. We really didn't get any of it. Oh, he is the ultimate middle manager. He is 100% a company man through and through. An airstrike will neutralize this town. Zach, what? Squeeze me? Baking powder? You're gonna nuke it? Well, like, so obviously Sung doesn't care if and when Shinra uses the nuclear solution, because I feel like they do it a lot. Hurry. He's a really good shot, though. I'm not that good a shot. In Destiny, where I have hand cannons that help me aim, and I'm still not that good of a shot. I think this is the mini-game where I have to, like, cut bullets in half. Genesis and his men have been guarding this town. Are you serious? What do we do now? Press X with the... Because I know you're playing a game, press X. The sound of the fuse. It sounds... Keep fixing up. I absolutely do not remember how this minigame works. Oh, okay, it's gonna tell me. Cannon shells will fly towards Zach. Alright. Judge the distance of the shells and listen to the fuse. Alright. Like, I think somebody watched The Matrix one too many times, in that soldiers can essentially dodge bullets. And so forth. The shell will hit Zach, which it probably lots of them will, because this is a time-based game. And this is where we see just how good the emulation actually is. Whoops! Too early. I am really, like I said, this is probably not going to go well. These are the kinds of things that occasionally really want to be done on hardware. that was new, different, and interesting. Alright. Okay, that determines how much time I have. The more of those shells you actually kill, the more time you have during this part. None of the stuff is super amazing. I mean, the most you can have is... How many? Just, I mean, one unless I reset. I don't really. I have a table of what all the spots, what all the things are, and it's not that big a deal. Briefly delay the airstrike. That will buy you some time. Thanks. But he can occasionally be, I guess, a decent guy. Those cannon shells were Shinra made as well. You'd be rewarded for destroying evidence of the company's involvement in this matter. 600 gil for the, I think, 6 that I actually got. I got the elixir, which is probably the most important one. Chunky flip-flops, but yeah, oops.
What the hell did you do, Angeal? Is that your idea of honor?
My mother could not continue to live, and neither can the sun.
What are you talking about? What's going on here?
I told you. You can't live on that side anymore.
Angeal! Angeal!
My friend, do you fly away now? To a world that abhors you and I?
Shut up!
All that awaits you
Shut up! I'm warning
is a
you!
somber morrow, no matter where the winds may blow. I don't see Sephiroth today, but are you game?
Genesis does not do his own wet work. Hi, friend. Yeah, the game does not waste any time giving you the good stuff.
Activating combat mode.
But yes, my first, not even 10 hours into the game and I have to fight Bahamut. I know, right? I want to just, summon bosses. What am I supposed to hit him with? I'm not sure what Endure is. I think it might be just Bite Up. I should probably look one of these years. No magic. Mega Flare is impossible to avoid. So he is gonna Mega Flare at some point. We Dark Souls! Oh, summon versus summon combat in FF10 was so fun. Oh. Gib airstrike. Okay, Gib Ifrit. Alright, we'll take take that. I love that you can just level up in the middle of a battle. That is kind of cool too.
Here we go!
I could look. I have the, you know, the freaking strat guide right in front of me. Hey boy. Hey friend. Oh, no physical? Ha ha ha. Yo! Let's dance. Really? Take me an MP customer. Where is he? Oh! Well, this plays. Where's status effects? Let's go. Will not enter damage motion when attacked, but will be immobilized for a brief second. I have absolutely no idea what the heck that means. Oh, we watch Zach get mega flared. Don't know if it's actually hitting it. Yo. Yo. So I'm not 100% sure what all those words mean. Hi, dragon friend. Dragon, not friend. Probably should have put a salt twister on, but I'm not that smart. Yeah, this is bad. We might have our first wipe. What am I supposed to do? Run around behind it and stick it with a sword. Please be demi-based, please be. I think it might be demi-based. Yeah, no kidding. He's gotta be so good to be dead. I can't get behind him when he's hanging out at the edge of the platform. We'll take this MP class 0. Can't tell if he's out of range. He might be out of range. Okay. Queue up a cure. I wish I could spam Mega Flare at my enemies. I think we can skip it. We'll see that out. This may have been the, as we like to call it, wake-up call fight. Give women a break. Nope. You get squat. I like that we've got the big tornadoes of dirt that are very reminiscent of the end of Final Fantasy VII in the background going here. That's what I need. See, I need to get there. So if you stand like this so I can hit you from behind. Yes! So I think now we can fight him in the sim and get his slot unlocked. Or do we get it here?
Summons aren't meant to be used like this.
Well, then how
what
do you
happened to
use
dreams and honor?
We are monsters. We
Oh yeah,
have
that's
neither
wait. Conflict
dreams
resolved
nor honor.
is not even. It is completely mood whiplash. Please note which side his wing was on. His wing was on his right side. We'll see someone else's wing
Soldier.
is on his left side.
Doesn't mean monster.
Oh yeah, the airstrike. Like when Shinra does an airstrike, Shinra. Yes, more people have weird single wings than Sephiroth. There is, yeah. So of the games that are not Final Fantasy VII, hey, everybody knows what that plane is, right? Of the games that are not Final Fantasy VII, I think this one probably has the most to unpack. Before Crisis is the story of the Turks and the story of why there are only 3 of them, when as you find out there were a lot more Turks before a few things happened, and you also kind of like find out why so much of the artwork depicts Rufus standing with the Turks. This Dirge of Cerberus probably has a lot to unpack, but it's just all over the map. This has probably the most relevant plot to unpack. This probably ties in
the war is over.
The most to the original game.
Everyone's real happy. As for
That
me,
was
That sword represents our family's honor.
You're a little more important than my sword. But just a little.
where did you go?
I just wanted to watch the plot. Dara, if you look at the character model of Seraph Sephiroth, which is the final form,
here.
it has this wing.
It's been a while, Zach.
Sephiroth.
It's George.
Come to Lazardtrum.
Oh, all right.
He has this wing-looking thing hanging off of his left side, and because the name of the track is One-Winged Angel, everybody just started calling him the One-Winged Angel. And then they decided to, I guess, just run with it. He had, I'd have to go. All my strat guides are downstairs. I think he had a black wing in Kingdom Hearts when they decided that he was going to be an optional super boss in the Colosseum. And that might be the first place where they actually drew him with the wing. But I don't know, I never beat it. He bodied. That's what I'm trying to remember, and I feel like it was. Here, let's. Kingdom Hearts release dates. No, Kingdom Hearts. Google is trying very hard to be helpful and is failing miserably. Okay, so Kingdom Hearts came out March 20... Kingdom Hearts? Really? Yeah, I guess so. Kingdom Hearts, March 28th, 2002. Advent, Children... And Advent Children came out August 2005. So yeah. Yeah, KH was I knew KH was before I know KH was very early in the PlayStation 2's life cycle because I remember debating with my friends whether I was going to buy it or not. Okay. Monster is the name of this chapter. It's a very fan servicey chapter. Oh, I guess it would help to actually be here. So we get to see the soldier floor, and we get to check our email. It's like real life. Have you seen a guy wearing a white coat and glasses with dark hair and a ponytail? That's Hojo, head of the science department. He rose to the top when he created the method of using Genova cells to create soldier operatives. It was more than 20 years ago that scientists were vying for the top spot apparently had a mudslinging feud. Hojo's in the training room now. I wonder what he could be studying. Maybe I'll sneak into the training room. Dude, just stay away from Hojo. Hojo is bad news. Hojo is always dude is always bad news. Alright. Director Lazard wants to have a meeting in his office, but there's no need to rush off right away. This is a great time to tie up some loose ends and participate in missions, and even have the research guys synthesize some new materia out of Mako. Have I found any Mako stones? I don't think I've actually found any Mako stones yet. You can use Mako stones to synthesize materia again. So what Scarlet was doing when she was sitting, you know, in her big, because she has a big comfy chair in the materia lab so she can watch and like eat popcorn. And Hojo is responsible for all of the bad things in this game. Hojo and his various cohorts are basically why life sucks on Gaia. If you really, you know, I've read back in the day when I was reading a lot of literally people were writing essays about this game and publishing them on their like their GeoCities pages and their tripod pages and their live journal and their live journals, you know, way back in the day. And there were lots of essays about how Hojo was the Zanga if it's 2002. We were all on LiveJournal. We were also on, like, you know, like GeoCities and Tripod and Angel Fire. There were a lot of people who were arguing that the actual bad guy in the whole Final Fantasy VII universe is really Hojo, because he's, like, the reason why stuff went down. No, GeoCities, Tripod, I mean, I was using them in the late 90s, early 2000s. LiveJournal was, like, up until I used my LiveJournal up until about 2011. I think I started LiveJournal in like 2003 and I used it up until like 2011. So I don't have any Mako stones, but let's see what we can do here. All right. So let's... But being the coward that I am, I cannot muster the courage to enforce it. So basically, I know I can't stop you, but I'm doing my job. I'm just gonna do my job. Mr. Soldier. Hey, who's this? Chuckle Boy. Explaining my Hojo hasn't changed. Hojo was the same guy, you know, 5 years ago than he was in the game. You are going to help me validate my data. Sure, let's validate some data. And then MySpace. Yeah, I skipped MySpace. And I think my friends and I used LiveJournal. I think we were just all stuck on LiveJournal for a long time. And I feel like at some point we all just migrated to Facebook. Let's begin. Let's begin.
Activating combat mode.
Later! Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
Sweet. Because I do want to do this next mission. This next mission is... I don't know, this next mission is pretty... I would like to get to the most fan servicey cutscene in this entire game tonight. We'll see if we can do it. That wasn't a fluke! Poor Zach. Yes. You goober.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way!
Modulating phase.
Oh, he is. I mean, he's a complete and total jerk. I think if I do, I think there's a mission where I can get Bahamut in this mess. I'm gonna definitely go do that too.
Conflict resolved.
Mouse, please. It was nothing. You're a member of Soldier. Like, he's on floor 49. Like, Hojo's so smart. Dude, you're on floor 49. That's where all the soldiers hang out. His eyes are glowing blue. Like, what is wrong with you? I mean, there's a lot of things. Do you want the short list or the long? But
Activating combat mode.
Sazu, what's... Why do people hate me? Would you like the short list or the long?
Conflict resolved.
Impressive! I take what it takes to be a study sample, because everybody is just a study sample to this guy. Whatever that is, probably smart. Gee, I'm glad to be no, Zach. Zach, just run. Just freaking run the other way. An extra special program. Can't remember what the extra special program is. But let's find out. Yes. I'm Zach. Your remains. Hojo is really, really full of himself. He's like unbelievably full of himself.
Activating combat mode.
It's just the behemoth. The only problem is... Ah! That's what I wanted. The problem is I came in poisoned and I'm trying to recover from that. Alright. Alright, Zach, let's do some Dark Souls here. Come here. And actually start getting some wax in on this guy. I want to hit him in the butt. Hey! Darn it. So I reset myself. Oh wow. That actually is a wipe. Really? Oh crap.
And Jill.
Yeah,
war
we
is
saw
over.
this. We saw this. We saw this.
Everyone's real happy. As for
So
me,
they say the war is over, and that could mean so many things. Is this a
That sword
ceasefire? Is
represents our
it?
family's
Did they declare a truce? Did
You're a little more important than my sword.
Wutai concede?
But just a little.
All right.
where did you go?
Let's do some.
Zack here.
It's been a while, Zack.
Sephiroth.
Come to Lazartrum.
You
Oh,
want to do those
alright.
because you get, if you do Hojo's experiments throughout the game, you get stuff like others. The big conceit of this game is the more you do, the more opens up as you go through the game. Stab myself up a little bit. So let's. See our elevators. See, floor 49. Let's walk around in President's Declaration. We hereby declare the end of the war, but they really don't say what that is. Do they mean ceasefire? Do they mean peace? Do they mean, capitulation? Worthy of notice, Sephiroth Soldier First Class, whose contributions were instrumental in bringing a peaceful resolution with a minimum of casualties. The end of this war marks the beginning of distribution and further development of Mako throughout all regions. The Shinra Company is dedicated to these goals and will continue to achieve them by any means possible. The end of the war. Thank you for your hard work. The Loring War is finally again. Heroic efforts. Bada bada bada. Those literally sound like emails I get from work. I'm not gonna lie, those literally sound like emails I get right now from work about how we're gonna persevere through the virus and yada yada yada. They did a great job of capturing what it's like to be a work in corporate America, even though I'm not even in corporate America, but I spend enough time there to tell you. They did a really good job in this game of simulating corporate America. Elevators. Hey, it's your buddy. So the war's over. Yeah, did you hear about all I did? The company reports don't mention you at all. You're a footnote. You are not even a footnote. You are buried in an annotated bibliography somewhere. He was a B unit. All he did was blow something up. Heroes are chosen by the media. That's just how it is. Thanks for crushing my dreams. Well, you work for the right place. I love this game, and I really should take it more seriously. Briefing room. Materia room. Naturally formed materia are rare, but Mako stones are easy to obtain. A Mako stone is crystallized materia made out of concentrated Mako energy. By itself, it doesn't have the same effect as materia, but we can process it into materia. Soldier members occasionally go out excavating for them. Maybe you should too. Which I think triggers some new missions that we can do and get some decent materia. Not that we don't know the stuff we have. Also, what does that force bracelet do? Magic and spirit +5. I want. Okay. This is what we're looking for. Yeah. Okay. Mako stones. Let's get a Mako stone. Literally, it's right here.
Activating combat mode.
Don't you dare poison gaze me, big eyeball.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
This is when you really want to just start. Avoiding the random battles. At least I can interrupt them in the same way that they can interrupt me.
Conflict resolved.
Alright, you in the hedgehog pie suit. And your whatever these are, friends. Nope. Not today, Poison Gaze.
Conflict resolved.
Oh, okay, I got Mr. Hedgehog Pie already. Alright, so I have a Spirit Mako Stone. So we'll make a materia out of that. I can do a lot more of these. Let's get a Vite Mako Stone.
Activating combat mode.
Yes! Sit next to each other so I can hit you at the same time. Line up so that I can vape you all in one pass. Potion. We're actually going to use a couple of, because we have lots. Okay, so this is where I talk about you want to skirt the edge, get here, get the thing,
Activating
and
combat
then
mode.
come in and fight these creepy things. You're dead. Rash strikes. I mean, I have an entire bestiary I could look this stuff up in. Vite Mako Stone. Alright. Oh. Yeah, we're not doing anything that says very hard. We will do classes Genesis troops, though. Knock out a few of these, get some stuff.
Activating combat mode.
Apparently Genesis troops include Doge!
Conflict resolved.
Let's start this crap. There, and if I could be arsed, there is a whole list of these in the back of this book that I could look at.
Modulating phase.
You got squat. Sometimes you get squat from the thing. Zach, hit something. It's a pretty elegant UI, to be honest. Oh, yeah, another HP up. We'll take that. We'll take that all day and night. Hit HP up, we will take those all freaking day and night. Okay, we don't... No, we're not doing rehatch with Bahamut. We're not doing that. What else is available? Super monsters. Yeah. Anything easy you want to knock out.
Activating combat mode.
Oh, poison tail. Okay. What poison? You in dog suit. Come here.
Conflict resolved.
So the idea here is that I'm... Ooh, bronze spangle. Let's go make some materia. Training room. We are going to talk to materia room. Whoa! Yay, Rex! Wait, what do you have there? Yes. Gib, Makos, Gib, good stuff. We'll watch it. It's just the cutscene's kind of weird. Here's the materia. Okay, we'll take Asuna. That's super helpful. Yes. We'll watch one. It's this very intense process. I assume it's like making synthetic diamonds where they're just putting that under like amazing amounts of pressure. Critical point. Chapter 17 is huge, and Rufus is going to be a pain in the butt. Okay, we got Asuna, and we've got poison. Cool. Okay. Rufus, Rufus was a pain in the butt on easy, so I can't even imagine what he was like on normal. I want more slots. I want more slots. HP up. I had another HP up. I do have another HP up. Alright. I think I can beat the behemoth if I remember to cure poison first. Sekiro or something. It was... I have not played Sekiro, so... I do need to go step down to the lobby for a minute. So, There is a point where you have to build a little flower cart for Aerith. Which can you... So, what attack can you instantly stagger him with? At least Zack doesn't knock over the chairs like a certain other someone we know. Zack is kind enough to leave the chairs. You still have no idea? So the lobby, I mean... Can't really swing the... little bit closer to what it was in the original game. I'm sure somebody on the internet somewhere knows. Listen, walking is hard. I would like to talk to you. So Sector 8, Loveless Avenue, Sector 1 station. You can get on the train to go to the Sector 5 slums. Alright, where is the guy with the magazine? Oh, I have not completed his associated assignments yet. So you get an idea here of what Sector 8 is like. I'm in the middle of a pursuit. Please don't talk to me right now. Okay, fine. So Sector 8 is where Cloud ends up after, you know, things and stuff and things happen. Do you know a dandy gentleman on a black chocobo? I don't, but I know who you're talking about because I played the original game and he kicked my butt in a gold saucer. I was attacked by monsters. You've heard about them roaming around Midgar and Calm. Saved dancing. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Chocobo Joe. This is Loveless Avenue, the busiest part of Sector 8. Loveless is a literary masterpiece they've even made it. So the Loveless is the book that Genesis keeps quoting from. He knows it off by heart. And this is where things get a little wacky. Because if you talk to the right people, like this chick... I can't believe that Genesis has been killed in action. Please rest in peace, dear Genesis. You search for truth and Loveless will be carried on by the study group. Would you like to join this? So, there are literally fan clubs for all of these first-class soldiers. He was reprimanded by Aerith for the 4 times for the same sin. Granted, the 4th is just because I wanted to see how much... It is... There are 2 Genesis fan clubs, 1 Angeal fan club, and 1 Sephiroth fan club. And the implication is that Shinra backs all of them as a PR stunt. Yeah. You're a bunch of, like, weebs. So, literally, weebs. Freaking weebs. Man, freaking weebs. Yeah, soldiers is yeah, they basically make celebrities out of the firsts. Probably so people don't think too hard about what they're actually doing. Too bad we couldn't get that one at the end of... So, you find out later why this guy's so nervous. I'm a civilian. There's a reason why he talks like that. There's a whole set of missions and you find out what his major malfunction is. What does that say? This guy. Oh, I think this guy gives me missions. His puppy, yeah, that puppy. Well, no business. I'm just enjoying Sector 8. the streets of Sector 8. Anyone who's not been given, not even soldier. Midgard does not need... No, Midgard doesn't, because we don't do stuff in Midgard. We do stuff elsewhere. They send us to other places. Catch the petty crooks. His job in school to talk too loud on the trains. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Some of the translation of this game makes me wonder. Shinra's security department, and you're doing fine work. We're holding a joint training session, Kiers. Spoiler alert, not you. Sorry, Chief. Oh, that's sectors back to Sector 0. That goes up to the train station. Can I go this way? Shinra News is first going to be killed in action. That goes to so Sephiroth's Soldier's Great. It's going to be more popular than ever. So she's who you have to do, like, jump through a bunch of hoops, but you can eventually join all the fan clubs. She is the person you talk to, but you have to, like, do a bunch of stuff. There's just no way our dear Genesis killed in action as he can't stand still. I'm sorry. Back to work. Would you like to join Genesis's fan club? Sure. So there's the people that Apple jewelry, yeah. Like, so it's a little creepy, especially when you realize when it's kind of implied later in the game that Shinra's like encouraging this. Which is vaguely weird. Are you? I think this is the... Yeah. Don't know who you're shooting off being so arrogant. Zack is like the least arrogant person. The hordes of monsters around Midgar. I don't... Oh yeah, we know. Weapons. That which kills the planet. Yeah, so what does that have to do with the monsters? That which kills the planet. Sounds like Shinra to me. Like, poor Zack, he really thinks he's on the... Like, you feel bad for the guy, because he really thinks he's on the right side here. And he's not. He's 100% on the wrong side of history. Section 1, Sector 1 platform. I think this is... So we got the train platform. Frequent delays, that's interesting. Little kids. I want to break the boxes. Right. Okay, yeah, there's a mission that she's in the same mission as the guy that's nervous to talk to me. Spoiler alert, they're Wutai spies. Did I talk to you? I don't think I talked to you. Oh, okay. This is... So he has one too. His camera, he's cooking with leftovers. He's like, so the idea is like Angeal is a completely normal dude. Where's that save point? Shinra Electric Power Company. All right, let's beat up some security dudes. All right. Zach has the loudest freaking footsteps on the planet. Okay, where is the main room? So remember what I said about being able to avoid all the random battles?
Activating combat mode.
Sometimes the game kind of pushes you out into the middle of it, though.
Conflict resolved.
Use a potion. Is this the end? Or is this? That's. I think this is. Okay, this is where the secret thing is. Okay, we'll take an X potion. Stay on the side, stay on the side, stay on the side. You can go up the middle of the steps because nothing's gonna nail you on the steps. There we go.
Activating combat mode.
There were supposed to be a lot more random battles there.
Conflict resolved.
Great. Yes, we lost in today's training. Yeah, Rocky. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you just keep on thinking that, buddy. Actually, I think I should really go talk to the director, because if I remember correctly, this is where Zach gets promoted. And once you get promoted, you get more materia slots and more accessory slots. Again, avoiding,
Activating combat mode.
trying to avoid and failing. It doesn't always work, and certain maps are better for it than like the industrial map is a little bit better for playing the avoidance game than this map is. The rock map is kind of hard.
Activating combat mode.
Because of that kind of thing where the rock just tends to kick you out into the middle where you have to
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
So I should probably set some ground rules. I was thinking last night while I was playing, fighting hard mode stuff and grinding out books and whatnot, that I should probably set some ground rules for this project. Like what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm not fighting I'm not fighting super bosses. I'm not fighting Emerald. I'm not fighting Ruby. I'm not fighting Minerva. I think was the super boss in this game. So that's the thing. I'm not going for 100% completion because we'd be here. This is supposed to take all summer, not the rest of my life. back and do this after we go on our mission
Conflict resolved.
with our new best friend. Do one more. So this was because the rooms are the area's a little bit bigger, so it's a lot easier to avoid the random encounters.
Activating combat mode.
She says as she gets pushed into a random encounter. And I may do some of this grinding, you know. That's something else, you know, another, you know, how much grinding am I gonna do off stream? Because that's gonna have to be, a lot of these missions are very, very
Activating
grindy.
combat mode.
This is where you grind for the power to do things like beat the optional super boss.
Conflict resolved.
Me being me, I just like to be over leveled for things. Because I'm not good at video games, and I make up for being not good at video games by power leveling.
Activating combat mode.
So we'll finish this mission and then we'll move on.
Conflict resolved.
We'll avoid as many as we can. That being said, we'll avoid as many as we can. Driving by map. Driving by map. Alright. This way. The map is not super helpful. TBH. Okay. Here, final encounter, final encounter, final encounter. So. In here? In here. Yay, found you.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on!
And we'll do Hojo's little thing later, too.
Later!
Conflict resolved.
It's the difference in, it's money. It all comes down to money. Depend on medical enhancements just to win. These guys really want to admit, to not admit that they're not as... Dude, Zach is genetic. He's had all kinds of crap pumped into him to do what he does. Alright, let's go. Which one is back to Sector 0? I think this is back to Sector 0. Yeah, this is back to Sector 0. I think she is the heal point. Special on potions. There's a fee if they're free to soldier members and Shinra. Yes. So what this does is it gives me... It fully heals me, and it also gives me Phoenix Down, re-raise. So I can get knocked over once. So I could actually probably now go take care of Hojo's little problem. Yeah. I love this. You better do something about those plants. Some of us converse with nature, and some of us are getting bugs in our rooms because of those things. We're not supposed to have nature. This is Midgar. so we're healed. We have re-raise. Let's go do the thing with the thing and the thing. Hanging out, reading on his iPad.
Congratulations. As of this moment, you're promoted to Soldier First Class.
Yay!
I thought I'd be happier.
So how come Lazard gets an LCD?
Understandable. Too much happened too fast. Zach, I'm afraid I need your assistance again.
Are you pushing another assignment on me?
My apologies.
Whatever.
Zach is really starting to get disillusioned. Leaving on assignment, go to... So he gets to wear his cool black threads now. Not just... But you can just tell he's not feeling this anymore. This is... You can now equip 6 materia. Yay! Zach, that would be me. With your promotion, you're authorized to use materia fusion. So what do? You should be able to select materia fusing, fire, and a blizzard. Alright, so first of all. Okay, so materia fusion is... You put 2 materia together, and there's a chart. And the chart in the back of this book is ginormous. And it'll tell you exactly, like, what you get for when you fuse different things. And it costs SP to do. And out of that, I basically got the same thing. You can... There's a lot more to it. Are you sure you've learned? Yes! I've got it! I actually have a chart for this. Materia is under development. We don't know all the answers, so we want you to try all kinds of combinations. If we get an interesting one, let us know. I have a fold-out chart. Brief you on your assignment. Okay, we're not going to get as far as I wanted to get today. But we'll get as far as we can. Who is sending me mail? Fuel in action. Tutorials. SP. Yeah. The skills are quite... Yeah, eventually you can use catalysts. Alright. Let's do... Now that we can... Okay. Now that we can run with more materia, and we have re-raise to save our butts, let's totally do this. Oh wait, that's not where I want to go. I want to go talk to Hojo. Yeah. Do you not see the black outfit? I'm fine. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wait. Do you feel like validating my data? I'll validate something. We're gonna validate something, yo. Let's begin.
Activating combat mode.
So I've got this cool little phoenix feather above my head
Conflict resolved.
because I have re-raise. It's me, yada yada. Yes. Because plot happens here in a little bit.
Activating combat mode.
Got him.
Conflict resolved.
Yes. I cannot believe that Hojo wouldn't notice something
Activating
like
combat
that.
mode.
This time, if we get poisoned, we need to remember to fix that before we go into the next fight.
Conflict resolved.
But we're not going to have a problem with that. I'm a study sample. Yes. We're gonna put him up against the behemoth. Oops. Make sure we're healed up first. Yeah, absolutely. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, let's go. All shall love me and
Activating
despair. Alright. That was not how that was supposed to work. What's the matter? Looking around for materia and now late for my assignments. Oh.
Power surge.
Hey, we're gonna get a limit break. Right on. I'm on a 5 limit break. Nice.
Prove your honor to me. I got it.
I love how Hojo's experiments always end up looking like behemoths. Once he starts heaving, it's a bad time. I don't like that he can air juggle me like that. That's the problem, is he essentially stun locks you. I need no physical. Behemoth isn't gonna do. Well, I dodged it a little bit. I know I beat this fight. keep hitting him in the butt. That'll help. Dark Souls now, boys. Stun lock me, please. Fixed cameras. Except when they look like tentacle scent. Sometimes they, yes, you're right. Sometimes they look like tentacle, bad tentacle hentai. Can I like hit him and like stay way the heck back here? Yes. Please stop stun locking me. Got him. I knew I could do it. I just needed to get a good start. I am. You're gonna know. We're gonna be special. Oh, you don't know how special your relationship is going to be with Hojo. I know something you don't know. No, Hojo's totally not listening to you, dude. Alright. Where's the hallway? Hallway. Okay. Let's go upstairs and advance the story. I think this is mail from Hojo. Oh man, I wanna... So apparently Loveless is Final Fantasy VII's version of Hamilton. Look at me rocking my new threads.
The company has decided to eliminate Genesis and his cohorts.
Of course they have.
This includes Angeal as well.
Oof.
And you want me to do it?
No, the Shinra army will handle it.
What about me?
They don't trust you.
They believe your emotions will hamper your judgment.
Well, of course.
That's why I'm going too.
Poor
To
Zach.
kill them?
Poor Zach. He's just... He's had... This explains the thing. Which thing does this
An
explain?
intruder.
Where?
Close. Sephiroth, the president. Zack, entrance.
Yeah, you got it.
Which part of end of FF7 are just... There's a lot that... Yes, I'm ready. Okay, yeah, Zack fighting the shit. Yeah, that was in the original game. Oh, goody.
Activating combat mode.
So, in the original game, if you, after Cloud comes, I don't know if G did this or not, because I didn't watch every single, I wasn't able to watch all of his playthrough just because of work type things. There's a Shinra building intruder neutralization mech. It suddenly went out of control. Can you go check on them? Alright. Nope, we're gonna save our friends. Poke around this floor a little bit more. Hell yeah. So, after Cloud gets back to the party after his little vacation from reality, if you go back to the Nibelheim Mansion, you see, basically the scene rendered in
Activating combat
Lego
mode.
people. Zack and Cloud and all of that happening. Yeah, it was in the original game. When they punch out of the test tube things, yeah. That's why I said Zack doesn't know how good of a relationship he's gonna have with Hojo. They're gonna be best friends. We were in here for maintenance. Maintenance. If you think about how I can't even y'all were just the two of you, maintenance. No, y'all were doing the nasty in the training room. And you get bribe. Give a bribe. Alright, there is dude lying on the floor in the corner somewhere. Right there.
Activating combat mode.
Die! Die, Tiny Max!
Conflict resolved.
So yeah, the end, but yeah, when we get to the end of this game, so I cried at the end of this game, and I knew for the entire, now I gotta look. Let me see if this thing's charged enough to do this. Thank you for saving me. Did that mech get you? Yeah. Even soldiers have bad days. That's why, like, Roche is a third. What's a reach? That's... like, Halo reach? Like, when you say Halo, I think of, Halo and Master Chief and all that good stuff. Okay, so oh wow, this is holding a charge spectacularly well for as old as it is. Okay, how do I turn the volume down on this thing? Remember. This isn't much, but please take it. I want to see how much time I pumped into this game the first time I beat it. Massively compromised. This is a nice way of saying we're getting our butts kicked. Alright. Yeah, we're getting our butts kicked. I recognize all of these things. Halo Reach was about a battle that humanity lost. The final level is an endless horde of enemies that never stops until you finally die. Oh, wow. I really need to get and play the Halo games. Yeah, they totally did. That's basically what it is. And the way they do it is just heartbreaking. When we get there, we'll talk about it. That's why I was like, I want to get there. It blew me away after... looking for the one that has, like, looks like I dumped about 30 hours into it. There's a few other miscellaneous save files, but it looks like I dumped about 30 hours into this originally. Oh, you Chuckle Boys.
Activating combat mode.
I think I have Thunder equipped if I need it. Eat it. But yeah, I really, really need to play the Halo. I should just pick up the Master Chief Collection on Steam and just start going to town.
Activating combat mode.
So Assault Twister's pretty good. Right? Oh, it cast Blizzard on me. You are not who I want to be casting this at. But I won't do anything. I think we're done with. Ah! Yep, we ran out of MP. I should really be paying attention to what I am doing. I'm playing because it's a really good, hopeful story of a tragedy. 2 is supposed to be good, but 1 suffers from long overgrowth, and 3 tells the story. Oh, it's one of those, like, you have to have read all the, know all the lore. So Bungie's been, oh no. Did Bungie do Halo? I feel like Bungie did Halo. Why do I feel like Bungie did Halo? Because that sounds like another shooter game that we Bungie developed Halo up until Reach. Okay, so that's why it sounds so familiar to Destiny with the whole. Oh heck yeah! With you don't know what's going on if you haven't done all of your homework. Okay, we're done being invincible. I knew that. I knew if there was Destiny Easter egg. It's like it's the tricorn symbol, isn't it? Or is it just like the Traveler?
Power surge.
Good.
Here we go! Go, go, go!
Modulating phase.
Assault Twisters, a poster with Earth and a small white sphere. Yeah, so was the Traveler. Like I thought I'd remembered hearing about that. And this, kids, is why we have re-rays on. Was an idea of one. Yeah, it sounds about right. But Activision sure let them.
Conflict resolved.
Beautiful. Hey. The intruders. Yeah, I noticed. Hollander. Who's Hollander? Who's Hollander? Why? Who are all these people? A Shinra scientist who vanishing after lifting the copy technology. Are you saying that this Hollander and Genesis are working together? Perhaps. What is it that they're after? Hollander lost his bid for leadership of the science department, so he's bitter and angry. He's borne a grudge against Shinra ever since. Revenge is his most likely objective. That's just petty. Are you telling me that Genesis is supporting that idiotic cause? I would prefer not to believe it, but then don't believe it. Very well, I won't. Now, Zach, Genesis copies have been sighted in Sector 8 as well. Let's go. There is a lot. In case you're wondering, yes, there is way, way more to it than just supporting his bid of revenge. We should split up. No, never split the party! Don't you play D&D? Never split the party.
Hold on, I'm a-coming.
Hey, buddy!
Sector 8 is Turk's jurisdiction,
Shit,
Slick.
You've got to be kidding me! Song, do something!
There's no need for concern.
Huh?
Dude, we're Turks.
Okay.
The other areas.
Midgar's just crawling with nasties.
Soldiers having difficulties.
Reno, Rude,
Just say the word.
go.
Yes, sir.
They sound like entirely too happy. They're just like, yee, we get to go kick butt!
So now we're outsourcing to the Turks.
Poor
Soldiers
Zach.
being stingy.
There's a manpower shortage. Huh. You're a Turk too?
I'm Cisne.
I'm Zach. Pleasure to meet you.
Zach, aren't you on assignment?
Yeah, but you just told me not to do what
Same
I'm supposed to be
objective.
doing.
Need some help here?
So,
I appreciate the offer,
Oh,
but
how generous. Well, Sung, Zach, I gotta go.
So Cisne is another Turk. You get more. You get a. I'm trying to think how to explain this because this is where things get. Yeah. She obviously does. I can't remember if she dies or just like falls off the face of the earth. So during Before Crisis, you find out that you learn. So the Turks used to be a lot bigger than they were. There used to be like a whole pile of them. Because when you start Before Crisis, you can pick from like 7 or 8 different archetypes. There's like gun female, gun male, that sort of thing. She is one of those archetypes, and I can't remember which one she is. But you can name yourself, you can name yourself whatever. So during the whole game, she keeps saying, Cisne, but not my real name, in case you played her in Before Crisis and named her something different. But you find out that they're at the end of because of some of the events of Before Crisis, Shinra wants to disband the Turks. Before Crisis Terra is the cell phone game. There was a Japan-only Final Fantasy VII cell phone game where you played as a Turk. It's called Before Crisis. It was never ported. I don't know. They lost the gold. It would have been perfect for the 3DS because one of the mechanics was to get materia, you would like point your camera at something, and like if you pointed your camera at something red, it might make a summon materia. If you pointed your camera at something yellow, it might make command materia. So it was never ported because of the difference between Japanese and American cell phones. I don't know why it would have been perfect on the 3DS, but I feel like Squeenix is still mad at Nintendo after the whole Final Fantasy VII is what do you mean you want us to use cartridges? We're not using cartridges. We're using CDs. Get with the times. But at the end of because of the events of Before Crisis, Shinra wants to disband the Turks. At the end, Rufus, and this is why when they're so loyal, you sense this loyalty to Rufus, and that is because Rufus is the one that basically keeps Sung, Reno, and Rude from getting drop kicked out on their butts. The rest of the Turks disappear throughout the course of the game. So Cisne would be one of the ones. I don't know if she... I think she just kind of fades off into the sunset. But if you go to the... I'll when I get done here,
Activating combat mode.
remind me in the Discord, and I plan. I need to.
Modulating phase.
And I'll send you a link to the wiki, the Final Fantasy wiki entry on it. It's very, very comprehensive as a plot.
Power surge.
Okay, so now we get to watch a summon. My cure level's up. I get healed, and we summon. And because it was released episodically in chapters, because it's a cell phone game, and there is a port of it. Somebody took the RPG Maker engine and did a port. I have it. It's on. It only works in Windows, and I have played with it on my Windows, the Windows side of this machine. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to stream it. Like, I thought about it. I don't know if I'm going to stream it just because I don't know how accurate it is. I don't know how... I know what I'm doing. I've played this game. I know what I'm getting. I've played FF7, and as has everybody else on the, in the freaking free world at this point. I know what I'm doing. You know, Dirge of Cerberus, I've played it. I know what I'm getting into. I'm always hesitant to do blind playthroughs because I try to keep the channel family friendly. I feel like they're both dead. I don't understand why they're both not dead.
Conflict resolved.
So yeah, Before Crisis TLDR, it's the one you're never gonna see in this country because of cell phone stuff. Earrings! I think I already have a set of those. Run around in circles until we figure out where we're going. Take care of the other one. Saving the
Activating combat
galaxy.
mode.
So some of, like, Before Crisis, I think is the one they're gonna crib from the least. They're definitely cribbing from this game a lot,
Conflict resolved.
and the idea of a secret laboratory under Midgar totally comes from Dirge of Cerberus. Alright, we'll help her, yes. Alright. I'm trying to remember where the boss fight is. Quote unquote. I think here. Yes, she's fighting with a Yuffie style ninja star. This is not actual Genesis, this is another copy.
Activating
Again,
combat
the
mode.
idea of the copies, I think, was an incredibly elegant solution to
Modulating phase.
we need to be able to reuse assets as much as we possibly can.
Power surge.
So if we make a game that involves clones, we can get away with using... I don't remember what Lucky Stars does.
You can do it, Zack.
I don't. You get away with using reusing a lot of assets. Oh, I'm all critical. So high means that the slot machine is going to spin faster. My butt kicked. Because the real Genesis uses an actual, he's a soldier, he uses a sword. Not a gun. Oh, did he put me in stop? Sure did. Stun. Which is like a nice way of saying stop.
Modulating phase.
So I'm getting a lot more. Good work, both of you. Where's Angeal? So, and this is where we find out when Angeal fell off the face of the map. The situation moves more grave by the moment. We must be prepared. Does that mean I get I mean I get Octo Splash. Yay!
Concentrate.
I'm feeling it. Oh yeah.
Neat.
Conflict resolved.
So, yeah, everybody in this game has giant flappy wings. Oh, maybe his wing is on the left. I thought his other wing was on the right earlier. So lots of, you know, I love when the first time you see black feathers in Remake, and everybody who's played all these games is just like going head desk, head desk,
When I
head
was a
desk.
kid, I always wanted to have wings. You know, like an angel.
If people had wings, they'd be monsters.
Wings symbolize freedom for those who have none. They don't symbolize monsters.
Very impressive show of force. We're paid to fight. Take this, Tug. Cool. Yeah, I do.
Once Sector 8 is clear, come to Mako Reactor 5.
Did you find something out?
Angeal has been sighted.
So it's search and destroy?
The army is mobilizing, but there's still time. You and I will find them before they do. And
what?
Please don't yell in my ear.
fail to eliminate them.
For real?
Yes, for real.
See, he's not a bad dude.
Excellent. Probably.
Probably has some semblance of something. Not, you know, completely evil. So now we're at Mako Reactor 5. We are going to get to the most fan service-y fan service of ever. Alright, let's save. Yes. And guess who this is a copy of?
Activating combat mode. Modulating phase.
So the idea of Zach's emotions are running high is because Zach is going through a few things right now.
Power surge.
Here we go! Go, go, go!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah. Yes, the slots totally cheat. That's why people it's not random. The slots do what the slots need to do. Hey, look who this is a copy
Is
of.
that Aunt Jill's face?
So the slots don't
It
cheat.
appears Genesis
The slots
isn't the
are
only one who
programmed
can be
are not
copied.
programmed as slots. It's just a weird visual representation.
The company training room.
Ah, yes.
We used to sneak in there for fun when the seconds were out. Genesis, NGO.
This is probably the
and
most
I.
fan service in
You
this
guys
entire
were pretty
game.
tight.
I wonder.
This is crazy fan service.
Infinite in mystery is the gift of the goddess. We seek it thus, and take to the
He
sky.
also has the longest freaking eyelashes on the planet.
Ripples form on the water's
Like,
surface.
How much
The
mascara do
wandering
you have to
soul
wear?
knows no rest.
Loveless. Act 1.
You remembered.
How can I not when you've beaten it into my head?
Don't take
I don't
Sephiroth
know, but
lightly.
it looks like seriously like
Noted.
I've seen fake eyelashes that aren't that long. Fan service. So much fan service. Yes, this is the big gun in Junin.
Is that the best you can do?
And you'll
All
notice
hail
he's using a
Sephiroth.
regular soldier sword and carrying the Buster sword.
Angeal, stay back.
Genesis is full of himself.
I'll take
On top of
Sephiroth
Sister
alone.
Ray, yes.
Genesis.
They're pissing around with swords on top
world
of
needs
Sister
a
Ray.
new
On top
hero.
of Sister Ray. That is such a freaking cool effect.
Come and try.
So smug. But for how long?
Do not 1v1 this man. He will wipe the floor with you. Physics. What are physics? So I think it's supposed to be implied that Genesis is kind of like a fighter mage, as opposed to like a straight fighter like maybe Angel or
destroy us
Sephiroth
all.
or everyone else.
No way to talk to a hero.
Do not blow up your best friend in the face. Yes, sufficiently powerful anime characters just get to fly with no explanation. Apparently get to use their swords to create lasers also. And this is when Genesis knows that he's like, dude, his theme song just started. You just stop. 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 Oh, Dara, it gets better. Like, dude, his theme song just started. You're done. Just, like, concede. That is just the freaking coolest effect, though. And I know there's an emote for Warlocks that does that, too.
Enough!
Angeal.
Out of my way!
Genesis!
They totally just trashed the holodeck. Yeah, it's a very expensive sparring match, Dara. They just trashed the holodeck.
Just a scrape. I'll be fine. Don't worry.
I do love the design. Tis but a scratch. I love the design of his sword, too. Genesis's sword is just, like, really
Even
freaking
if
cool.
the morrow is barren of promises, nothing shall forestall My
What? Oh, you thought
return.
they were actually gonna slice up the sister, right? Nah. But they trashed the holodeck.
So, was everything all right?
Yes. As far as Genesis was concerned. But
Yeah, especially
as
it's
for
like we do this
Angeal-
again in 5 years.
Angeal? What happened?
Later, I received one of his famous lectures.
About what?
Always the same. Discipline, dreams, honor,
Like, you gotta admire.
etc.
Huh.
Yeah, it was the training room. Yeah,
One of those,
they
huh?
trashed the holodeck. I also like the fact that Angeal had the stones to give him a lecture, because you figure he's like the big damn
So
hero.
it's true. They're in league with Hollander.
So it's like you're gonna actually
could
attempt
this
to lecture
happen?
this guy. How could this happen? Poor Zach. Zach is just having several bad days all at once. Heightened emotions have affected the DMV even more than they already are. What are you up to? Alright. Alright, let's finish. We can probably finish this, and then we can start out next. What is it you're up to? I have to look for those. I think I need to. I'm not doing these, I'm just. Would Zax back toward the tape point, turn toward the ladder, and take a few steps? I'm trying to trigger something. Yeah. Okay. The treasure. I don't know. Who's the treasure princess? I'll give you all 3 guesses, but you're only gonna need 1. Alright.
Activating combat mode.
Unfortunately, these you really can't get around because it is. There's just no way. There's no place to go.
Conflict resolved.
Alright, thanks, Rex. Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm gonna finish this section and then probably call it a stream. Am I supposed to move this valve? Yes. I think there might be something up here. Or not. Let's just do plot. Hollander's secret laboratory is down this way. High potion Shinra Alpha, high potion 2 mag ups. Oh no, there is stuff in here that I want to get. Just whereabouts there. Alright, let's go. Alright. Oh, great. Okay, where is... That's the save point, that's the mail point.
Activating combat
There
mode.
is good stuff in here. Oh. Really? I hate things that fly. Dude. carpets. Mr. Moon.
Oh yeah! Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode. Modulating phase.
So here we see some more pictures of the destruction of the town. Hopefully I can Octus Slash the other one.
Feeling it.
Nope. That one should be dead though.
Modulating phase.
I feel like I might need to grind some.
Conflict resolved.
Yeah, this is harder than I think it should be, which means... Where are you going? Running around looking for stuff. Things and
Activating
stuff
combat
and stuff
mode.
and things and things and stuff.
Modulating phase.
Because there's a pretty tough fight coming up. I think we're going to do a little bit of grinding.
Concentrate.
I have to fight 3 very large mechs. 3 very, very big boys. So I think perhaps doing some of those missions might not be a terrible idea. Yeah. Yeah, we need to do some of these. Because some of these have gotten easier. From a hot treasure hunter, Sister Snail one. So I think we're gonna. I think that is probably as good a place as any to stop because I do want to do some. I'm probably gonna grind some of those missions off stream, and then we'll come back. We'll fight 3 very large mechs, and keep going. And because the next section is where we meet a certain someone. Yes, I want to overwrite the data. Flowers, yes, a certain someone. We may or may not be going to Sector 5 here shortly. Alright. Mute that. It's the only problem with sound on max and streaming is so weird. But thanks everybody for coming, hanging out, watching. Tuesday night's VOD is going to be up probably in the next couple of hours. I just need to set it to upload. I didn't want to upload and download at the same time, so I'm going to set that up. This VOD will be available in a couple of days. I guess according to my affiliate status, it's supposed to be Twitch exclusive for 24 hours. So I can't just upload them immediately like I used to. But thanks everybody for coming in, watching, chatting, hanging out, discussing various fan theories. If you lurk, yeah, it means a lot to me that anybody comes and watches my little corner of the internet. So, yeah, nobody. So I'm just gonna fade it out here and call it a day. There's nobody really on to raid that I would want to raid, so we'll just call it. As always, look at the floof. Thanks for watching.